Good morning, and welcome to the Wednesday Winners Circle, the first one here at North Hills Middle School. We're so excited. The purpose of the Winners Circle is to bring in exemplars, role models from our community to come in here and give us a game plan for success. We're so excited for our first session, and we ask a lot from our audience, so let's make sure we're a great audience. Our brain is always good when it's curious, so there'll be a question and answer period. So think through the presentation on what questions might you have for our presenter. Let's sit up straight, let's give great laser-like eye contact, and be an outstanding audience. Sophia Doshi, our 8th grade for Student Council, will do the introduction.
Mr. Tim McCormick attended Clarkston High School, where he was an All-American basketball player. He went on to play at the University of Michigan, earning all Big Ten honors, before being selected as a first-round pick in the NBA draft. He enjoyed a 10-year career in the NBA. Today, Mr. McCormick is a national presenter and leadership consultant. He has worked for over 30 years with the NBA, helping run programs like the NBA Rookie Camp and Top 100 Camp, where he has mentored future stars including Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James. Please join me in giving Mr. Tim McCormick a warm North Hills welcome.
Thank you. High five. Oh. Thank you. How's everybody today? Great. Can you see me okay? Should I go up on the stage? Would it be easier for you to see me if I'm up on stage, or am I okay? I'm fine? Okay. Man, I am excited to be here. All these smiling faces. This is actually the highlight of my day so far. Well, it's still kind of early, right? Thank you very much, Coach Massucci, for having me. And I love the concept of the Winners Circle, because how many are winners here? Everybody, raise your hand. Everybody raise your hand, because you got up today and you're part of a team, you're part of a family, you're part of a community, and the goals are really simple. You can put your hands down now. The goals are simple. I want to have fun, and I want to deliver a powerful message and share with you some strategies and some success ideas that I guarantee will help you take your game to a whole nother level. Now, before I go on, I thought the introduction was exceptional, just great. Thank you very much for that. But there's more information about my career, where I've been, what I've done, and I don't want to take up all my time talking about my basketball career, but I think it's worthwhile to find out all the teams I played for and all. You want to hear about some of that stuff? Yeah? Okay, good. I'm going to give you my fast break introduction. The last 45 years in 1 minute. You think I can do it? Good. Ready, set, go. 1980, Clarkston High School, McDonald's All-American, off to the University of Michigan. Sophomore year, 2 knee surgeries. Senior year, NIT champs, MVP, all Big Ten, off to the NBA. First round draft pick, Cleveland Cavaliers, number 12 overall, traded on draft day to Washington, then to Seattle. Sonics, 2 years, starting center, all rookie team, knee surgery, trade to Philadelphia. Sixers, 2 years, starting center with the great Dr. J and Charles Barkley, dislocated shoulder, traded to New Jersey. Nets, starting center, 1 year, NBA record 23 straight road losses, traded to Houston. Rockets, 2 years, 2 more knee surgeries, traded to Atlanta. Hawks, no knee surgeries, traded anyway to the New York Knicks. 3 years, 2 more knee surgeries, time to retire. Time is up. I want to tell you a story that I know you can relate to, because there's a dog here. Hi there. Did you come for the speech? Here, you can sit right here. Are you a winner? I love dogs. I've got Milo the sheepdog. He's very cute. You know the Shaggy Dog movies? You go sit wherever you want. You're good. So this story I know you can relate to because it was about a time in my life when I wanted something and I didn't really know how to get it, and I needed to look for some guidance and some help, okay? When I was 8 years old, does anybody remember 8 years old? Yeah, you're just trying to figure things out, right? I went to basketball camp, and I came home. I was so excited, and I talked to my dad, and I said, Dad, I'm on fire. I want to be a basketball player. I love basketball. This is so much fun. And I decided I want to be a college basketball player. And he said, son, that's a great goal. You and thousands of other kids want to play college basketball. How are you going to separate yourself? And I said, I don't really know. He said, son, you need a game plan. And I said, Dad, I'm 8 years old. I don't know what a game plan is. Can you help me? And he said, yes. So my 8-year-old game plan went something like this. Every day I dribbled around the block twice with my right hand, and then I used my left hand going the opposite direction. And I had my protector arm up there to protect the ball, and I kept my head up because you're not supposed to dribble and watch the basketball. And then I would do my dribbling drills. I would go down in my basement, dribble up and down the basement stairs. And then I would do my shooting drills. And then I would do my game caliber drills where I would go as hard as I could, like I was trying to play in a championship game and make a layup. And I was going as hard as I could. And then my dad said, you've got to get strong. So part of your game plan, do toe raises so that your calves will get really strong. You can jump and run fast, and it's going to be great. And he said, do sit-ups and push-ups and work on your body. And he said, when you're in class, grab a tennis ball and squeeze it so that your hands are really tight, so when there's a rebound, you just snatch it out of the air. He gave me all of these drills. And every day, he would come home and say, son, did you do your game plan today? And I'd say, yeah, Dad, I did. And he'd say, good job. He was my accountability partner. He made sure I was doing what I said I wanted to do. And so things were going great. And after about a month, my dad came home one day, and just like all the other days, he said, did you do your game plan today? And I said, come on, Dad, no, it's like 100 degrees outside, and Jimmy had a birthday party, and we had cake, and we swam in the pool. It was so much fun, and my dad just said, really sorry to hear that. And he started walking in the house. I let my accountability partner down, and I said, Dad, it's only 6 o'clock. I can still do my game plan, and he said, no. He said, you're like every other 8-year-old. You talk a good game, you set these massive goals, but as soon as Jimmy has a birthday party, you blow off your workout. I'm very disappointed. And that was a gut punch. That hurt me. I didn't want to let him down. So I did my game plan, and then I walked in the house and I said, Dad, I know what you're saying. I understand that I made a commitment and I didn't do it today. And he said, son, I know you want to be good, so that's why I push you hard. And I want you to know that on the other side of town, there's an 8-year-old kid too, and he wants to play college basketball someday. And today he did his game plan. And when you play him next year, he will beat you because he's more dedicated. I said, I understand, Dad. And then I did my game plan every day the rest of the year. And my dad constantly said, search for new ways to make your dreams come true. And I said, what are some examples? He said, when you get ready to go to bed at night and you're laying there in bed, take your basketball and shoot it off the ceiling. Work on your form and dream about making big shots in big games. And then he said, when you go to bed at night, think about growing. I said, think about growing? What is that about? And my dad said, your mind is really powerful. And whatever you tell your body to do, it will do. And so I started thinking about growing. I don't know if it works. I am 7 feet tall, okay? It doesn't hurt for sure. But the lesson that I learned is that it's very important to set massive goals and chase them with passion and come up with a game plan. So all of you have something that you're good at, something that you love, something that when you wake up in the morning, you start thinking about. Who has something that they really are fired up about? Wait, is it Lily? Hi, Lily, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
What are you fired up about?
I like singing, and I also like acting.
Do you want to come up here and sing a song for us? No, I'm just kidding. But these are your accountability partners, right? They encourage you to do good things. It's important to find people that like things like you. Who else has somebody that they love doing? Yes. Loud, what is it? Okay, good. Soccer, good. You've got to do it every day. You've got to practice. Okay? Yes. What is it? Basketball. Okay, I love that. You can't say, I'm going to be great at anything, and then snap your fingers, sprinkle some magic fairy dust on you, whatever. You've got to set up a game plan and work really hard. Now, I just said work really hard. Can I give you the next phase of this? Because I think you're going to like this story. I ran a basketball camp for the best 100 high school players in the entire country for 30 years. We're talking about Kevin Durant and Cade Cunningham and Anthony Davis and all the NBA superstars all came to this camp. Now, in 2005, I was at this camp, and I had a camper come up to me, and he said, hey, Coach, camp's going great. Thanks for having me. Tomorrow morning, will you wake up early and meet me at the gym at 6:30? I said, 6:30? I mean, that's pretty early. Why do you want to be up that early? And he said, I have to do my Breakfast Club workout. I said, Breakfast Club? I don't know what that is. And he said, well, every morning, since I want to be great someday, I get up early before breakfast and I do my workout for 1 hour. And then I'll come back later in the day and do it 2 more times. And I said, I don't think it's a good idea for you to do your Breakfast Club workout because this is a grueling camp. It's super intense. You're going to play 3 games today. There's going to be 90 minutes of stations to work on individual skills. There's going to be classroom education. You're playing against the best players in the country. It's probably not a good idea. He said, Coach, I have to do my workout. I have to do it. And I said, okay, I'll meet you here tomorrow morning at 6:30. At 6:30, I walked in the gym thinking, there's no way he's going to be there, right? It's so early, and it's before breakfast, and I was shocked. My jaw dropped because this kid, he's the smallest dude in the whole camp. 5'10", 160 pounds. He was doing his Breakfast Club drills so hard. And what he would do is he was doing some ball handling drills, and then he would do a shot fake, dribble, separate from the D, shot, make it, sprint after the ball, come back again, shot fake, dribble, shot, knocked out. He was the best shooter for a high school student I had ever seen. And I thought, wow, this is really impressive. I walked up to this young man and said, really love what you're doing here. So impressive. What's your name, son? He said, Coach, my name is Steph Curry. Shot fake, dribble, separate, knock it down, sprint after the ball. That's Steph Curry. The lesson that I learned from Steph Curry on that day, success leaves footprints. When you look back on somebody's career, there's footprints in the sand where you can see where they started and where they went. And, along the way, there were some kids at school that did things that weren't going to help his career, so he just kept on going. And there were days that he didn't feel like working very hard, but he kept on going. And then eventually he became the greatest shooter of all time. Shot fake, dribble, dribble, shot. Perfect form, hustling after it. Next part of that story. At 7:30, how long has Steph been working out? 1 hour. It wasn't messing around. He was going as hard as he can. The rest of the camp woke up and walked in the gym and walked over to the cafeteria. 100 players saw Steph Curry go through this workout, and they were inspired, and they thought, you know, I think I want to be great someday as well. The next morning, I walked in to the gym to let Steph start his workout. I saw 57 campers that woke up on their own, made it to the gym, and did the breakfast club. Why? Because they want to be great. Success and winning is not random. Right now, I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to think about something that you want to be great at. Something that it's going to set you apart. It's going to make you feel proud of yourself. Open your eyes. Everybody's got something. And you don't have to be Steph Curry. But it's important to chase massive dreams every day. And I encourage you guys to find that accountability partner. Sit down with a friend, sit down with a mom or a dad or an uncle or a brother or a sister, and tell them your dreams. And maybe they can help you create that game plan that's going to set you apart. All right? Next thing I want to do, I want to talk about one of my favorite topics. Who knows what a brand is? Building a brand. What's a brand?
A brand is something that companies use.
Yeah.
For their name.
Like, does Nike have a brand? Cadillac, Mercedes-Benz. When you think of Nike, you have an image in your mind. They make elite running shoes and basketball shoes. Cadillac, a beautiful car, shiny and very reliable. What is your brand? Do you ever think about that? That was a good answer. I'm going to take it one step further. Your brand is who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going in this world. And it's undeniable. When somebody walks in the door, you immediately form an impression of them, don't you? Okay? All of you set an impression in my eyes today because you got up and you got here early. You said to your ride, hey, I'm part of the Winners Circle. I'm not messing around with my world. I want to be around winners. I want to learn strategies to be a winner. I'm different than a lot of kids. I want to be great. Kudos to you. And every one of you can walk away with something today that gets you inspired. So I want to talk a little bit more about branding. And when I think of a brand, as soon as I meet somebody, I form that opinion. So what's something, one of the first things that you can do to set yourself apart when you meet somebody? Any ideas? Yes.
Work every day nonstop, trying really hard.
You know who the hard workers are. You see it in class when somebody comes in and they're prepared and they pass out the test results and you get an A. You know you worked hard. Where are my greeters when I walked in the front door today? Unbelievable handshakes. Come on up here. Thank you. Let's replicate what we did. Good morning.
Morning, my name is Marin. Welcome to North Hills.
Hi, Marin. I'm Tim. It's really nice to meet you.
Good morning, my name is Amit. Welcome to North Hills.
So good to meet you. These are world-class handshakes. That's a business handshake, man. That's awesome. And your handshake, look at it. Okay, look at eye contact. She's got beautiful eyes, and she looked right at me, and then the smile. All of a sudden, I walked in the door and felt like, I've got 2 new friends. This is great. Your handshake is a universal sign of power and strength and confidence. Your eye contact offers a window into your soul. A smile is the single greatest sign that a relationship is going well. Our relationship's going well, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's great. Have a seat. Thank you very much for greeting me. So we're going to try something here. I want everybody to get up, and I want to get 3 people a great handshake, okay? And I want you to introduce yourselves. Eye contact, big smile. Right now, let's go. Everybody meet 3 people. All right, everybody have a seat. How many met somebody that you didn't know? How many of you went and found your friends because that's a little more comfortable? Right? Am I right? Okay. How many people shook hands with somebody that had an unbelievably horrible handshake? Like it was just, you know, the really creepy handshake that were like, your hands just kind of like a dead fish, right? Who did you meet that had a handshake like that? Oh, you know what? It's okay. I can tell you this, usually the people that are pointing at other people, they're the ones with the horrible handshakes. No. I don't know, I'm just saying. Okay? A business handshake is strong and firm. You're not trying to break their hand. I want you to try it one more time and really focus on that eye contact and the big smile. 1, 2, 3. Stand up.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Tim. How are you?
My name's Marcus.
What is it?
Marcus.
Hi, Marcus. How's it going? Oh, very good. Great handshake. Okay, have a seat.
How could you tell?
So today I have a challenge for you. The Winners Circle, I would like each of you, every time you go to a class, to go up to your teacher and shake hands with them and ask them a good question. By the way, I was feeling kind of lonely up here because nobody came up to meet me until my friend Marcus came up. Okay? He came up, he made me feel really good because he, first of all, great eye contact, big smile. Man, you are a leader and a winner, and I appreciate that. We're friends now, okay? Thank you. All right, here's the next one. And we're going to test this in a couple minutes because I'm going to leave 5 minutes for questions and answers. If you're in an audience, you have an obligation to ask a great question. And why is that important? Did you know that you already know what you know? You already know what's in your brain. You've already experienced it. So it's really good to ask a wonderful question and get knowledge that somebody else has. Now, one of the things that I see in non-winners is that they're very, very quiet and they stick to themselves and they're not thirsty and hungry for more knowledge. So now what I want you to do is go up and introduce yourself to someone, give them a great business handshake, and ask them a wonderful question. Something that's really thoughtful. Everybody close your eyes right now. What's a good question that you could ask that would lead to a good conversation? Is it good to say, hey, what's up? No, because that doesn't lead anywhere. But here, stand up real quick, okay? Hey, remember me? I'm Tim. We met earlier at the front door. You know, I just wanted to tell you, I love that outfit. Do you pick out your own stuff, or where do you get your clothes at? Because that's a strong outfit.
I don't know where I get them.
Yeah, your family gets them for you.
I think this shirt was a gift, so.
Yeah, and the tie is really good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Do you want to work for GQ someday in the fashion industry or what? Because you look
What's
good.
GQ?
That's a good question. What kind of shoes are those?
Air Maxes.
Really? Are those Jordans?
No.
No. Do you play basketball?
Yeah.
I bet they're really good. Like, do they grip well?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, because I need some new tennis shoes. I may look at those.
Okay.
Okay, have a seat. See, we're starting to have a conversation, and he said Air Max. I don't know about Air Max. I wonder if that's Jordan. I don't know, but I like those shoes. So what we're going to do is we're going to stand up, great handshake, and I want you to find out something interesting. You're going to have a conversation with one person, and I want you to ask them a question, listen to the answer, and then follow up, okay? Ready, set, go. Hi, Declan. I'm Tim. How are you?
Good, how are you? Why did you choose basketball?
Well, one thing is that it was really exciting for me. I used to collect basketball cards, and I would study the pictures, and it was really good. And then also, I felt like I could really improve. I was tall, and some of my kids in my neighborhood play basketball, so it was fun. What are you into?
I play 4 sports. I play golf, swim, basketball, and baseball.
Have you ever made a birdie in golf?
I have, actually.
No, really? Did you make a long putt, or was it? You must.
So I think it was the shortest hole. I made it like a foot away from the
That's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, everybody have a seat. That was kind of fun, wasn't it? Yeah. Did you learn something? Declan, come on up here, buddy. I feel like Declan's one of my friends now. We had a really good conversation. Did you know that he's a golfer? And he made a birdie on the shortest hole. He almost knocked it in. It was almost a hole-in-one, right? And was massive celebration, and that's very cool. What did you learn about me?
That you chose basketball, and you chose it because kids in your neighborhood would play, and you wanted to play with them, and your height really helped you. And when you were little, you collect basketball cards, which you would picture and stare at the pictures and study it.
Thanks, Declan. You see, he made me feel like my conversation meant something because I was talking about basketball, and he said, why did you pick basketball? And I said, I had my friends in the neighborhood, and then he asked, and I led him to the conversation about basketball cards. And basketball cards are a 2-inch by 3-inch autobiography that tells stories of huge dreams, and we have a friendship now. You know, he cares about what I think, and I care about what he thinks. And did anybody else meet somebody that was kind of interesting? Yes. Oh, I've already picked on you. You were good the first time. Yes.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I met Meg, and I learned that she is a fantastic singer, and it was a great conversation.
Really? That's good. Did Meg learn anything about you?
You know, when I asked too many questions. It was not enough time.
So are you in 8th grade? No.
I used to be in 8th grade 30 years ago.
All right. All right. So I think it's really important today to practice this new skill. Just like with basketball shooters, if you don't practice, you're not going to get good at it, okay? So I want you to meet new friends, ask them good questions, talk to your teachers, shake their hand, say, I'm part of the Winners Circle, and I'm just kind of curious, can you tell me a little bit about your summer, okay? Did you go on any fun trips? That's a good question to ask, right? 'Cause everybody probably went somewhere. Oh, you went to St. Louis? What was that for? Did you see the big arch that goes over the river? Like, there's lots of questions, and you've got to be curious, okay? So, part of the winner's circle, you have an obligation to ask a good question. So, I would love to hear some good questions from my friends in the audience. Who has a good question you'd like to start off with? Yes, Lily.
How long do you think it took you before you realized, how did you realize that basketball was what you wanted to do for like the rest of your life? Did you have you played one game and you're like, that's really fun, like I want to do this, or were you like, this is what I want to do, like just a realization?
Lily, it's a wonderful, thoughtful question, and I'm going to try to give you a wonderful, thoughtful answer. I remember one day, this is when I knew that I loved basketball, that it was freezing cold outside. It was right after Christmas, and I got the shovel and I shoveled the driveway off. I got all the snow off, and then I played basketball in the backyard. My hands were freezing, and I was slipping all over the place, but then I thought, you know what? I can be really good because this means a lot to me. I have to do my workout, and it's snowing out. And then I would go inside and I would put my basketball on the radiator to heat it up so that I could go back in, because a basketball that's frozen won't bounce. And that's when I really knew, Lily, that I wanted to be a really good basketball player. Thank you for that. Yes?
In what year did you turn into like a coach, like a basketball coach?
Yeah, so really good. Would you ever want to be a coach?
I guess.
Yeah.
Sometimes soccer?
For soccer, sure. Everybody can chase a dream. And he asked, what age do you start thinking about being a coach? I think that if you're on a soccer team, you can be a coach right now. You know what a coach does? Encourages teammates and say, that was a great kick right there, great goal, I'm very proud of you, that's great. And you could say, I learned a new drill that, with my feet I can do this, or like you can coach right now, and then you've got all kinds of preparation so that someday when you're a real coach, when you're maybe out of high school, maybe when you're out of college, maybe you're a parent, those are all great times. You can become a coach anytime you want. Okay, good question, thank you. Yes? What was my favorite team? So I was on Seattle, Philadelphia, New Jersey, Houston, Atlanta, New York. My favorite was the Philadelphia 76ers. We had a really good team, and we had some iconic players, and it was a dream come true. Yes, Declan. So have you ever heard of Charles Barkley? Charles Barkley, his nickname was the Round Mound of Rebound, which is kind of silly. I have a great Charles Barkley story. It was right around Christmas, and this is kind of to point out what a good teammate he was. He really cared about his teammates being happy. And it was right around Christmas, and we were playing the LA Clippers, the worst organization in the history of sports. They were embarrassing, and somehow they beat the Philadelphia 76ers in Philadelphia. So after the game, we were very sad. Coach yelled at us. We knew the media was going to write negative articles. Charles came up and said, hey, we've got to let this game go. We lost, we didn't play well, but I do know that we play again tomorrow. So let's go to Fridays and have some dinner and have fun. We've got to let this game go. It's over with. There's nothing we can do about it now. And so we went to Fridays, and I said, Charles, I really don't think I should be here. This is horrible. He said, how about if I pay the bill tonight? I thought, okay, that's good. I like that. And so Charles was trying to cheer us up. There was myself and two teammates and Charles. And he said, I was hoping that you guys would be in a good mood, and it's not happening. Christmas is next week, and I got 3 beautiful presents for my teammates, for you guys. So he went and he grabbed them, and he handed me the box, and there's another one and a third one, and he said, we play 82 games this year. This is just one loss. Don't worry about it. We play again tomorrow. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your presents. I've got to go because we have an early practice in the morning. And so I started opening my box, and I'm tearing the ribbon and the paper, and my box was empty. There was nothing in it. I didn't understand what was going on. I looked around confused. This box was empty too. There was nothing in it. Empty. we're very, very upset. We don't know, everybody's laughing around us. We're not really sure what happened. And then I noticed at the Fridays, has anybody ever gone to Fridays in the winter? They've got a fake Christmas tree at the front door. And I saw the manager, he was coming at us, he looked kind of angry. And then I noticed there used to be presents underneath the fake Christmas tree. He gave us the tree's fake present. He left without paying the bill. If you were on Charles's team, you were going to have fun. He really cared about his teammates. And that was a great, great lesson that, we can all pick each other up from time to time, right? If he's having a bad day, he's part of the winner's circle with you. You can help him out, okay? We got time for maybe one more question?
One more question,
yes.
When did you, in your opinion, become achieve your goal, become great in your opinion?
Wow, that's really good. You sat back there thinking of a great question, and you delivered. Thank you. When I started doing my game plan at 8 years old, I started thinking about growing tall, started formulating what my dreams were. I did my game plan every day. Rain, sleet, snow, it didn't matter. At night, I used to sleep with my basketball. My dad said, develop a relationship and a love with your basketball. So I would sleep with my basketball until I got married. My wife thought that was weird, so I stopped. But I did it 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, 11, all the way up until I was a senior in high school. My senior year, I was an All-American. And I had a chance to go to any school that I wanted to. And I grew and I worked on my skills. And when I look back on it, that year was a culmination of thousands and thousands of hours of work. So my closing message to you, when I think about NBA, NBA stands for never be average. Never. You guys are not average. You're exceptional. And I just want to empower you. I want to encourage you to figure out what you want to be great at. And it doesn't have to be basketball. Some people don't like basketball. But maybe you can be a doctor or a lawyer or a tennis player or a golfer. Whatever it is that you love, whatever gets you excited, music, art, chase it with passion. Have an attitude like, get out of my way. Nobody's going to stop me or slow me down from reaching my goals. NBA stands for never be average. Thank you, Winners Circle. You guys are awesome. It was a privilege to talk to you today. Thanks. Thank you.
Wow, what a kickoff. How about another round of applause for Mr. McCormick? We're looking forward to our November session next month, and we will get Google Classroom notes about when that will be. So excited for this endeavor this year. Now it's our job to take this message, go to our classroom, go to our extracurricular activities, go to our homes, and be the best version of ourselves. Have a great day.